I got into the branch because Dave was working prior to the chamber as special assistant to the Chancellor for Economic Development. And he suggested that I get involved in this program. He told me it's a pilot program. I'm working with this really cool insurance company up in Merrill, and it would be an entrepreneurial endeavor. And for me, for someone who created their own education, you kind of have to be, proactive and kind of find new ways to learn and grow. So that's how I got here.
Well, I'm Michaela Collins. I'm a recent graduate of Northcentral Technical College just in May here. I graduated for small business and entrepreneurship. This school has been so good to me. While I was a student here, I was very involved. And I think after graduation, we can all kind of remember a feeling of, well, what now? I have all this skills and this training. And it's kind of like a baby bird in the nest. You kind of want to know, can I fly? Have I learned enough to do that successfully? My club advisor, Diane Carroll, she was actually the person that recommended me. And I think some of the speakers have touched on how important that relationship is. Just having someone say, hey, you would fit this perfectly. I see something in you that would make you a good fit for this. That was really important to me. And I think likewise, the businesses in the community can gain access to talented students like myself and Ciana that can really develop entrepreneurship in central Wisconsin. And this cohort has just been a great launch for me after graduation. It was really just a very scary at first, but amazing experience.
So, Church Mutual, who's just been wonderful to us, they gave us a very good hands-on project. Like they were saying, a lot of times with these types of things, it'll be sort of very disengaged, not really hands-on, maybe not real-time. This was a very real-time project. They gave us the task of creating and implementing marketing for a brand new expense reporting system that they had company-wide. This is over 1,000 employees, and we had a required participation of 100% across the board. We had a launch date of July 1st, so we had a good window of time to prepare and begin to prepare the communication between ourselves and over 1,000 employees. So we're going from a paper system that they have, kind of old school, to emerging into sort of the technology aspect of it, going forward and creating an online expense reporting system. That was kind of a difficult task for Ciana and I. We're kind of aging ourselves a little bit, but we had never prepared an expense report. It's like, oh, okay, so this is how it goes. So we were onboarded really well. We really had to learn the ins and outs of what their current employees were doing before and where they were going with their company. It was really impressive to see all the hard work and investment they put into bringing their company forward into that. We got a lot of great feedback from their employees about it. But yeah, just to be a little bit more specific, they wanted us to sort of unveil it and market it to their company, to all of their employees. So employees that were in the field, some that were located at the headquarters in Merrill. So you had remote employees, and then you had local employees as well. It was a very good project. Everything that we made, it was given directly to them real time. So it wasn't disengaged at all. If we made something, we would tweak it, and they would give it to them. So we had to create a really good plan for it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we broke our solutions down into a couple different areas.
Yeah, so training, communication, engagement, and feedback. So before we trained other people, we had to train ourselves. And that was fun because we didn't know anything about expense reporting. But thankfully Concur, which is the marketing, the system, the expense report system that they used, it was really a good way to train us because the training was all in the like reporting structure. So we could really go in and flesh out how to do an expense report and how to attach receipts and how to label and send to my boss and things like that. So we worked really hard, I think, for the first month, just getting it under our belts and really learning this new piece of technology. And next was communication. That was a huge lesson this summer, communication. And because we were able to work with marketing professionals, how important it is to communicate to different sects and different groups in your business. So let's say I'm a very tech-savvy person, you will see in the future, and I'm always on my phone. Dave likes being on the computer. Dave never texts me back, ever. He is the worst texter. He can email me 10 times a day, and I'll be at work, I'm like, Dave, I don't check my email. He's like, well, I don't text. So it's just different. It's really true. It's different people in your institutions, in your organizations like that. You have to reach out and communicate to them differently. We were able to break down our groups and pull things about the new Concur expense reporting system that would benefit each group individually. So next was engagement. Once we figured out our communication groups, we were able to better engage and use the resources that we had to do face-to-face meetings with employees, and also create more hands-on and in-your-face marketing materials that could better, promote Concur. And then finally, feedback. I think throughout the summer, have taken a lot of steps to get feedback from employees. First, we had phone interviews with Church Mutual employees to find out what they knew about the system, what they would want to see. It was, when we did engagement, one-on-one, in-person engagements, it was when we provided a survey, when we had a survey, which you'll see the results later on. So, and then it kind of just went back to it was kind of a circle. As soon as we found out about feedback, we would go back and retrain, recommunicate, and re-engage.
I think what Church Mutual is looking for with us as students and being talented students is that they wanted something innovative. They wanted, more than just an email. They wanted something that would reach out to the different groups that they have in their employees and just engage them and pull them in, because change is hard. It's a really big system that is very different from what they're used to doing. And then just the different age ranges. Some people may like a hard copy more than they may like something online. Fortunately, that system actually gives them both. So that was one of our questions right off the bat is, can I print this out? Can I get a hard copy of it? So we started off with the collection of quick sheets, and that was a really fun exercise. We wanted to do something innovative. As you can see, this is not just your basic training material. I mean, we made it fun, we made it engaging, we made it very visually pleasing, and we really broke down our audience into the different types of employees that we had. We had our tech savvy, like Ciana says, that, that's the best way to get in contact with them. We had some people that were very tech shy. They really love the hard copy aspect. They like to leave work just at work. Then we had the seldom users, people that would maybe go for an insurance convention, maybe pay for an expense once a year. Then we had approvers, administrators, so really defining our audience, seeing what their needs are. It was just a really fun process. We learned quite a bit about marketing to people. Oh, go ahead.
And then going off that, we were able to kind of put our own twist on it. For many of you who might not be able to see this, we had little boxes in each of the quick sheets that had little questions as a joke. So for a tech savvy user, it says, do you have trouble remembering theme songs from television shows prior to 1980? Have you already reached level 15 of Pokemon Go? Then you might be a tech savvy person. We have those really cute, ways to draw people in, because even though I'm a millennial and I like using my phone, I like quick sheets and I like funny jokes and I like funny memes. So you gotta kind of put everything together.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the administrative one said, do you know everything about everything?
Do you know everything about everything?
That was just funny. They were a big hit, and that's kind of where communication is going. Just the black and white email up and down. It's just a little bit different now, and just engaging people visually was something that we really learned. And just with these quick sheets, providing quick information for each one. Someone that's tech savvy wants to know that they can link all of their apps together, Starbucks, Airbnb. Someone who's administrative wants to know, can I make an expense report for someone else? Can I print this out? Am I able to do that as a delegate? And then maybe someone that's an approver wants to know, if I go on vacation, who can approve for me? So this system was really well thought out, but these were real time. They gave them to their employees once we made them. And then also just the engaging aspect of it. We created a software training event. That's where we actually took this whole effort to Church Mutual. They have locations in Merrill, Wisconsin. Beautiful locations, by the way. Very nice looking. Yeah, we did a drawing and a Concur launch event at both of those. So we wanted to pull people in. If you come in, log in, take a look at your profile, you'll be entered into a drawing. And they gave away 4 Amazon gift cards. That day they drew people's names that had come in and entered, but it was a smash hit. We did it during lunchtime so that people would get a bite to eat and come check us out. We offered on-site training, so we had people there that would log them in right there, let them look around, help them update any of their information. We also had training materials and just really giving that supportive push to people that maybe are kind of poking their heads out like, what is this, what does it look like? We were able to gain really good feedback from this event, and that was what was really important. Like I said, some of the questions I got, never would have thought of to put into our frequently asked questions sheet. Can I print out a hard copy? Well, where's this software located out of? Just really good questions from all of our groups here.
Yeah, and I think this was the most challenging because we want to learn and grow, but then like we get new information back that we have to like expand on for people, and I remember, I think Melissa came in one day in our mentoring, she said, at the training event, I had to explain for 20 minutes to someone what their username was. Oh God, like,
Some of the different
yeah, we're
groups
just
we
like in
had
the corner,
there.
like, oh God, how do we explain that to someone? You know, it's just picking people's brains and really get into like different mindsets was definitely, this was a really good way too.
Yes, and then one of the other ways that we did to engage involved Ciana.
Yes.
Yes, and it actually involved shooting a video, a user profile video. So we did that with Ciana. We'll go ahead and show it to you.
I was really proud of this.
As you should be.
Thanks, Dave.
Oh. Technology now. Hold on here, we'll get the sound. Am I on it, Ciana? Okay.
5 minutes and please.
Turn it on.
Very good.
Okay.
Start it over.
Nope, she's got it. She's tech savvy.
Oh,
She's tech savvy. We trained them well.
Hey Ellen, I'd love to catch up and get lunch with you, but I have to finish my expense report first. Okay, yeah, I'll finish it up and meet you then. All right, talk to you later, bye. I'm what you would consider a tech-savvy Church Mutual employee. I'm always on the go and use my phone for internet, email, and connecting with people professionally and personally. I'm also on the road a lot and need to be reimbursed for a lot of expenses. Thankfully, with Church Mutual's recent launch of the Concur system, I can save time and work on the go with Concur's amazing features. I can take full advantage of the Concur system through Concur's mobile app. When I open the Concur's mobile app, I can click to start a new expense report and fill out all my information. I can also upload all of my receipts. I can either take pictures of them or upload them through my camera. After I do all that, I can go take my information and attach it to a new or a current expense report and send it off to my supervisor for approval. And send. Another awesome feature about the Concur system are literally the dozens of apps that you can link. These include Uber, Starbucks, and Airbnb. If you're interested in linking these apps to your phone and your reporting system, all you have to do is go to the menu in your upper left-hand corner of your screen and connect your apps. Another great way to learn about the Concur system are through the materials provided by the branch. These are located in Church Mutual's intranet site. Also, if you're interested in learning about Concur through someone at Church Mutual, procurement specialist Melissa Jansen can answer all of your questions. Now that I finished my expense report, I can go meet Ellen for lunch. Thanks, Melissa.
Ciana, did you get your expense report done?
I did, Ellen. Thanks to the Concur mobile app, I got it done in record time on the way over here.
Excellent.
So we reached out to the Northcentral Technical College's film team, and they were just so giving and just so ready to just sort of pounce on this with us. And that's once again using our resources, which is very important with entrepreneurship and leadership. We banged out a good full day worth of filming, and this is one of the videos that we did. We also did another profile for the Tech Shy. Yeah, it was very, very interesting, a great experience. But we really wanted to engage, and this is sort of where communication is going. Do you want to talk about our survey, or I can't? All right, so this survey was actually prepared by Ciana. It's a very good survey. We wanted to gather some of the information after releasing the quick sheets, the updated frequently asked question flyer, and then also our user profile videos. We wanted to see where Church Mutual employees were at. There's so many different groups of people. They have salesmen and women all over the country. So reaching out to them was something that we really had to watch. It's very easy to communicate with someone who's local, but really customizing something to the people that are maybe more remote is a lot harder. So we gave out a survey just asking questions such as, how helpful was the materials that the branch provided? how confident are you right now using this system? And then the really big one was, have you logged into your Concur profile and updated your information, changed your password? We had a requirement of 100% participation, and we are well on the way there with 85% from this survey of people saying that they had logged in and looked at the system. We also got great feedback from the question asking, how helpful was the branch material? It was a really good survey that gave us a lot of information. We look forward to seeing this number reach 100% as they continue with their launch after this cohort is over. But we feel really good about achieving that 85%. That is very good for us at this point. Did you want to say anything else before we thank our mentors? Because
And then, well, we're going to share our life lessons.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
Do you want to click the next
Sure.
slide so we can see our faces? We're millennials. We have to like talk about ourselves.
Picture collage,
Picture collage.
and words.
Yeah. So working with Michaela the past 3 months, and Ellen and Kimberly, and the wonderful church mutual mentors. I've learned so much. Several lessons from these groups, but definitely I think number one is communication. If you can tell, Michaela is more of a formal public speaker and I'm more of an informal public speaker, and we think a lot, like, very, very differently. And there were several times in our meetings where she would be whiteboarding one thing and I would be whiteboarding another thing, and I had to stop and say, Michaela, this is what I'm hearing from you, and this is what I think. And it turns out we were thinking of the exact same thing, and we had the exact same ending, and we had the exact same thought process. It's just we communicated it differently. And seeing that with our mentors and seeing that with our facilitators, Ellen and Kimberly, taking the time to really get inside the head of the other person. And that's when our marketing skills came out. I learned this summer good communication is about 70% listening and watching and 30% asking questions. And that really, once I realized that, and kind of shut my mouth and really paid attention, we were able to excel much quicker and get to the heads of everyone better and more effectively. The next two were resources and network. Without the NTC marketing team, we would not have been able to do some really, really cool projects. So being able to use what this wonderful institution has to propel this group forward and to help this business out, it really shows that connection, that development of a relationship between an educational institution and a business. And then kind of using our network. You know, Rich had mentioned that we are two women up here presenting, and a lot of times, I know Bob was here a couple times, and I love Bob. He had really, I love his personality, but when it was just the Church Mutual female mentors and our female, it was honestly a group of 7 women, and kind of getting to talk about our experiences in business. I've never had that experience of just having, it's all of these very powerful and strong, intelligent females I had surrounding me. And I think that a lot of young women in business and a lot of women who are interested in entrepreneurship or are scared, they don't have that resource. And I think it's up to not only women in business currently, but men as well, to really reach out and kind of bring us up. Because without those networks, I don't think that I would not have had the confidence. I think Dave has been one of my great mentors. Without him, I would not have been able to join a group of 7 guys and found this awesome club that we have today at Stevens Point. And finally, entrepreneurship. I think this was more of an intrapreneurial endeavor, as Kimberly said, because we're working inside a business and creating and innovating it from the inside. And I think that entrepreneurship and that creativity, really, I've become a lot braver, and I've become a better risk taker because I know that when we take risks that we can succeed. So those are my lessons. Michaela, your face.
I didn't really know what to expect from this when they sort of broached the subject to me. Am I going to be, making coffee runs for someone that I barely talk to every once in a while? Yes, but at these meetings that we would have once a week on Tuesdays, we would have the director of finance there. We'd have the director of marketing there and their team. It was very hands-on, and just the mentorship and the networking that I got was just unlike any other place. As a recent graduate, you kind of want something like that, and it was just so much more than I thought it was going to be. These were talented individuals that really saw our potential, saw our strengths, and just having that mentorship to say, yeah, you can do this. This is a good idea. Where you're going is a great place to be. Yeah, that was just a priceless environment for a student. And then also business skills. They really took us there and treated us like one of their team. Like we said, these quick sheets and videos we got were going directly to their employees. That is a very big honor. This is a very big company, and they're doing a lot of great things there. So for them to trust us and give us the opportunity to showcase our business skills and to give that out to their employees, it was really an honor and a great experience. And then also leadership, you know, taking feedback and then saying, hey, this might not work. We need to change it. Break it all completely down and start over because this isn't going to work. That was a fun experience.
So much.
Yeah, we did that quite
So
a bit.
much.
At least once a week, call and say, okay, we're going to have to scrap this entirely and redo this. And yeah, like she said, just communicating differently. I loved working with Ciana because I try to be open with brainstorming, and that's also some of the skills that we gained from our facilitators. Open environment to brainstorm and just really come up with these innovative ideas. That's so important to entrepreneurship. And then finally, confidence. That was a big thing for me. I was more of a behind-the-scenes person. I can make whatever document, but you know, expressing that to other people was something that I could have improved on. So we stand before you today with a lot more confidence, a lot more passion, just giving someone the chance to show their skills and their talent. It's just wonderful. I'm really proud of what Central Wisconsin is doing with this. I really am. All right.
So I think we want to thank all of our church mutual mentors.
If you'll please stand.
Yeah, can you please stand?
Yes.
Our mentors, if you're already
And our
standing.
facilitators.
Everyone else just sit down.
Thank you.